beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, my name is Caitlin. I hope you hit that subscribe button and stick around. So for today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am showing you guys my tanning routine and how I got that summer glow in the gross, cold winter months. Now I have tried a few different tanning mousses before. My favorite one so far is the one that I actually used last night. It was my first time using it. It is the Bali Body Self Tanning Mousse in Dark. Can we just talk about the packaging for a second though? Like package appreciation for a moment. It is so sleek, it is beautiful. Now this is a 200 ml bottle, and this is by far the biggest bottle that I've gotten before, and it's also one of the most reasonably priced bottles too. Like I believe this is only $45 individually, or you can also buy a bundle and save money. So that's what I did. I got the tanning mousse, I got the face tanning water, the tan remover, the tanning mitt, and the exfoliating mitt for removing the tan, and I also got a free lip balm as well, and that only cost me like 110 Canadian dollars. Now be mindful though of duties and taxes if you're from Canada. I did get hit with duties, about $30 worth, but you know, when you're buying from like across the world, from like Australia, the UK, that's usually where I tend to get hit with duties from in Canada. I don't know if it's different elsewhere, like what your like border rules are when it comes to like packages and whatever, but just keep in mind that you might get hit with duties when ordering from Australia because it's an Australian based brand. Alright, so little introduction aside, let's get on to the video. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to hop in the shower and I like to exfoliate my entire body to get all that dead skin off, to get the old tan off if you're previously wearing a tan. You want a nice, smooth, even textured base before applying your tan, and you're also going to want to moisturize, especially paying attention to the drier patchy areas, so like your elbows, your wrists, your knuckles, your knees, your ankles. Anything that tends to get dry very, very easily, you want to moisturize very heavily. You want to pay extra attention to those spots because if you notice my knuckles, I did not moisturize those very well. They're kind of gross looking, but it kind of like goes away after like a few like washes of the hand, so like I'm not like too worried about it. But my knees and my elbows and my ankles turned out fantastic. So moving on. Okay, so after all of the prep work is done, you're gonna want to take your tanning mousse, and what I usually do is I kind of have a certain amount of pumps per body part, and I will leave the exact amounts down below in the description box, so you don't have to like fast forward and like pause and like take note of everything. It will all be down below as well, but I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. So I will take 4 pumps on the tanning mitt, and I will apply that to my thigh in a kind of like a heavy hand. You want to press it into your body, but you don't want to be like dragging it across the body. So you want to smooth it out, circular motions, buffing circular motions all over your skin with a nice heavy hand. And then to ensure that it is 100% streak free, it does claim to be streak free, this product, and it pretty much is from what I could tell when I was applying it last night. I like to pat it after it's kind of like semi-dry. So after I've spread it around the body part, I'll just pat over it to make sure that there's no streaks. And the kind of green color you're seeing is the guide color. So that is what's going to wash off in the shower the next morning, which I will talk about later on. So if you're seeing a little bit of streakiness with like this green weird color, ignore that because that will come off. Now moving on down to my calf, I'll take 2 pumps onto the mitt and I will do the same circular motions and buff that all over my calf and my shins. And then I will be taking the excess product from those 2 areas, from my thigh and my calf, and whatever is left over on the tanning mitt, I will pat over. I won't drag or buff over my knees and my ankles and my feet. So I'll pat over all those areas sparingly, because when you think about it, those areas aren't really gonna get too tan when you're out in the sun, and if they do, or if they burn, it's a lot darker. So I guess it's personal preference what you want to do, but personally what I find works for me is I just pat over those areas. Another good tip if you want a really even texture is to take a makeup brush. So apply a little bit of product on the makeup brush and buff over those areas too. That also helps. So now moving on to my stomach, I will take 4 pumps and again, and buffing circular motions, rub that all over my stomach, making sure I'm getting every single area, looking in the mirror, and patting it to even it out as well. then moving on up to my chest, I will take 2 pumps, rubbing circular motions. I will get that all over my chest, making sure I'm getting underneath those bikini straps, because the whole purpose of this is not getting bikini lines technically, but obviously being in front of the camera, I'm gonna wear a bathing suit. So you're getting underneath all those tanning bikini lines, getting those collarbones, getting the neck. Make sure you don't forget the neck, the décolletage area, the shoulders. Not the actual armpit, but in and around the armpit, you also want to get the under boob area, the side boob area, the rib cage. Make sure you're patting everywhere to even it out as well. And moving on to my lower back area, I'm going to take 2 pumps under the gloves, same thing. I'm going to buff it out on my lower back. This area is a little bit easier for me to get than my upper back, but I do it all myself anyways. Just gotta bend your body in some weird ways. But again, you're gonna pat it dry, or pat it to even it out all over the lower back, and then moving on to my arms. I'll take 1 pump for the lower half of my arm, buff it all over, not focusing on the hands just yet, and then I will take 1 pump and I'll go up to my upper arm area, again buffing it all out, taking the excess product and patting it around my elbow and my wrists. And the same thing for the other side. Then we're gonna do the hands. So again, whatever excess product is on the mitt, you're just gonna pat it all over your hands. Try to avoid the knuckles as much as possible. Try to get in between those fingers. Patting, try not to drag it across, because again, you don't want it to be too intense. So you're patting it all over the hands, back of the hands, in between the fingers, and not doing the palms of your hands, because if you think about it, your palms don't get tanned in the sun. I don't think they do. And then moving on to the upper back. So this part is really weird. I'm kind of just like, if you see in the video, I'm kind of using my opposite hand to push my elbow across and up over to the back. It kind of hurts, but you gotta do what you gotta do. They do offer, like other companies offer back mitts. It's kind of like an extender that you can use to buff the product so it doesn't like, you're not like contorting your body all weird, but I just find this works fine for me, so I just do this. So I'm just kind of like twisting my body as much as I can to reach those spots. Patting it is a little bit difficult. I just try my best with my upper back, but in the winter time, I mean, when you think about it, you're not really wearing clothes that exposes your back, so I don't pay too much attention to my back. I just kind of roughly throw the product back there and call it a day. Now, so the makeup brush trick for the hands. So I'm showing you guys right here. I'm adding the tiniest amount on the tip of a makeup brush, a buffing brush, and I'm just gonna circular motion it to the back of the hand, and then the excess on that brush, I will drag lightly across the fingertips, circular motions, really lightly handed, just buffing it all over the fingers. Same thing with the other hand as well. And now this part right here, this is a brand new product that I am using and I've ever tried. It is a face tanning water, because you're not supposed to use a self tanner on your face unless it's designed for it, because you don't want it to clog your pores and you don't want it to break you out at all. So this product is really great. It is the Bali Body self tanning water, and you're supposed to just squirt it on the back of a cotton pad. So that is what I did right here, and I'm evenly applying it all over my face. And you kind of use it as a toner, so like the first step of your makeup routine. So you want to be clean faced, dry face, not wet, not moisturized. You want a completely fresh face when applying this product. And then you can also add this product into your moisturizer as well. So you can kind of like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if that makes sense. So I'm just making sure I got every single area of the face, and it's a very light hand you want to use with this. And then you also want to make sure that you get up into that hairline, and you also want to make sure you get your ears and behind your ears as well. And I also did drag this product down my neck as well, just to ensure that there was no pale, weird breakage lines on my neck where you could tell I applied 2 different products. So I'm dragging it down the neck, down the décolletage, just to ensure that I'm getting every single area of my face and neck. And at the end of my routine, I just like to apply a little bit of lip balm just so I'm nice and refreshed and I'm ready to go for the night. So I'm just applying the Bali Body Coconut Lip Balm. This also has SPF in it, so it's going to be really great for the summertime so you don't burn your little lippies. And then after my routine, I will usually sleep in it. I don't like to do it throughout the day because I kind of like gets in the way of what you need to do. So I'll usually just apply my tan at night. I'll go to bed. So the really great thing about this product is that there was no transfer, so nothing went onto my sheets. My sheets are a little bit darker though, and I didn't use my white blanket because I wasn't sure if it was going to transfer at all, but I wore dark PJs to make sure it didn't go on my PJs, and My lighter pillowcases that I was sleeping with, there was no transfer onto those. So take that into consideration. Do what you want to do with your bedding, but I usually just kind of, when it's tanning night, I'll switch out my bedding for darker bedding just to be safe, because you never know. I don't want any stains on my white sheets. So yeah, so I'll go to bed with it. The tan develops between, I think, about 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 hours. So I'll just go to bed, I'll wake up in the morning, and I will hop right into the shower to, again, like I mentioned, rub off that guide color. So you don't want to use any soap, you don't want to buff the product or your body at all. You want to just stand in a nice warm or cold shower, whatever you want to do, but don't do hot. Just do a nice lukewarm or a cold shower and let the product just run off your body. You're going to see a lot of product coming off. That is not the tan, that is the guide color, so don't worry. You will be significantly lighter than what you looked like before going into the shower, but the great thing about the self-tanning products, at least this one from what I'm made aware of, is that it continues to develop as it's on your body as well. So when you freshly wash it off and you hop out, it's still going to continue developing into the second day as well. So that's pretty sick. You also want to make sure that you're moisturizing every single day, so you're not getting that like weird patchiness as it starts to kind of flake off. So every single day when I wake up in the morning, I will moisturize my body to make sure I'm nice and refreshed for the day. So going back to the shower, you're gonna come out, you're gonna pat your whole body dry, and then you're gonna fully moisturize your body like I mentioned. Moisturizing is very, very important when you're self-tanning because you don't want it to look patchy, you don't want it to look dry. The dry kind of patchy areas, like I mentioned, like the elbows, knees, ankles, wrists, those look really, really bad when they're dry and self-tanned. So make sure you're paying extra attention to those areas. So yeah, so this self-tanner lasts me about a week. So I'll usually do it on about a Thursday or a Friday, so I'm nice and ready to go for the weekend if I have like an event or a gathering. Obviously right now, there is no events or gatherings, but when they were happening, that is what I would usually do. So when it comes to taking the tan off a week later, what Bali Body is really great for is that they have a gentle eraser. So you want to use this on your dry tan, your dry body before you go into the shower, and you want to take the exfoliating mitt that they have as well. These two products are really, really great for removing your tan. It makes it a lot easier, so you're just going to buff it all over your body, kind of loosen up the tan, and then you're going to hop straight into the shower, and the tan's just going to wash straight off your body. You're going to wash with typical soap, and you're going to do the whole exfoliating and full shower, full shave once again, and then as soon as you get out, if you want to reapply a tan, you are good to go to apply another tan. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. That is my tanning routine for 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions in regards to the products, please leave them in the comments down below. I will do my best to get to every single one of them. If there's any other tanning products that you guys could recommend, please let me know. I'm open to trying different brands as well. Again, leave them in the comments below. And if you're not following me already on Instagram, do check that out. I'm posting a lot more often over there, and I'm going to be posting little snippets as well on my reels, and also my TikTok as well will be down below. It is on the screen as well. Again, I'm posting little snippets of my day over on there, and I also have a Twitter if you guys want to follow that as well. I don't post on there a lot, but if you want to follow it, it is here on the screen. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as well. It'll really help me out a lot, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. It'll mean the world to me, and I'm gonna announce right now, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. More information to come with that, and if you are interested in participating, all you gotta do is subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.